Hello guys, pleasure to be here. Thank you, David, for introducing and giving us an opportunity to have the possibility to present our product, TaaS, Token as a Service. I'd like to introduce our partners, our colleagues. Andrew Zamovsky is a guru co-developer. And be safe, yeah. My friend and co-founder of TaaS, Konstantin Pysarenko. And me, Ruslan Gavrilyuk, co-founder of TaaS project. So let's start talking about that. What is TaaS? TaaS is a tokenized closed-end fund designated to reduce risk and technical barriers of investing in blockchain space. TaaS actually introduces an innovative model allowing investors to capitalize on the blockchain market rise, without dealing with hurdles, risks, and technical barriers. Open for investments exclusively during ICO, initial coin offering, that will take place on the 27th of March and will be continuing until 27th of April. Yeah. TaaS actually utilizes ETHEREUM blockchain, cryptographic audit, and smart contracts and other instruments that offer full transparency to investors. We have been talking a lot about problems that the community has. Actually, Marshall was telling us a lot of that is happening with exchanges, with the coins and stuff. But we are lucky still to live in the times when the blockchain markets rise. Especially for me, I don't know. I like when the altcoins are rising. Yeah. Still, we all know that investing in the blockchain is not an easy deal, and we are facing some problems like technical barriers. This is about owing, transferring, trading cryptocurrencies and tokens, lack of market understanding. Still, thanks God, everybody knows what is Bitcoin, how it works. Even my granny already asked me which wallet she should choose. Yeah, but still, the situation in the market that really few people know about altcoins because of there is a limited information in the market. There is really few expertise. So it is actually quite difficult. We came across this as we have been working for the last 2 years, analyzing in details all the alternative coins that we were specializing on. What else? Lack of transparency in existing solutions. Yeah, we have been talking about that as well a lot. It is really a problem. We cannot see how the transaction made, what is going with the funds, how they're going to be, what the company is going to do with them, use of proceeds, balance sheets and stuff, blah, 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 all that. This is a real problem people face. Limited investment instruments. There is a bunch of them in traditional financial market, but unfortunately not so many in blockchain market. Absence or low regulated market. Yes, we can talk from dawn till dusk about that. We have been talking already. But still, situation remains the same, and luckily we have some really good changes, like in Japan, in Sweden, in Australia, currently in Poland. The situation is changing, and governments, hopefully in the United States, it's going to come to action as well quite soon. We hope, everybody. But still, we are facing this problem, and we understand that we should be ready for that. That's why we were implementing the solutions we are going to talk about. Actually, the mission was to create a first fully transparent closed-end fund. TaaS goal is to provide beneficial service for his token owners by means of following instruments. It is investing in blockchain only. We're going to talk about that a bit later. It is cryptographic audit. Actually, it's a set of monitoring tools that allow easily validate trading history and balances, portfolio balances. We believe that actually cryptographic audit can change a lot and will be very helpful for further coming ICOs or other projects. Smart contracts allow us to guarantee safely honest payout distribution. KEPLER, one more instrument that's going to appear a bit later, but it is still a part of our product. We are building KEPLER. It is like first Bloomberg, like cryptocurrency portfolio management and analytics platform, covering the entire spectrum of investment process, starting from research, market research, due diligence, and order management. KEPLER MVP is right now we are making it, and hopefully we will be done in the third quarter, fourth quarter of this year. The funds we were using our own funds for developing KEPLER, but still all other funds we are going to use just from the profits we're going to generate from TaaS fund. Okay, how TaaS work? This is just business model. We are working in blockchain market, and we are trying our best to work only on trusted security exchanges like Kraken, Polonix, Bittrex, etc. Due to smart contracts, token owners get 50% of funds earning quarterly. It is done automatically without any human intervention. What is very interesting thing in the concept is that how the token gonna grow. The rest, 25%, gonna be reinvested in portfolio. That will actually allow not to raise extra capital from outside, and it will add the liquidity to the token itself. We're gonna have as well as reserve fund that will be from 30 up to from 10 to up to 30%. It will be hedged in Bitcoin, and it is like a low risk portfolio. We say low risk in Bitcoin because we know the volatility and about the other altcoins, and we consider Bitcoin as a low risk in crypto activity. Yeah. So it will serve as well to provide payout liquidity in times of turbulence or market uncertainty. When volatility levels are the highest, or whenever the closing the position is unadvised. So we keep on going, talking about investment strategy and tools, and I'm giving the word to Konstantin.
Thank you, Ruslan. I'm going to continue from here. Investment strategy and tools. Each and every asset relies on historical patterns. Understanding them is crucial for predicting future market behavior. Blockchain markets are no exception. Flowing through several classes of assets in a very well-defined cycle. Here is a story of $1 invested in blockchain markets, as suggested by our research of historical price and volume patterns, with cryptocurrencies categorized by market capitalization. There are a couple of intuitive yet very important implications we need to understand from this diagram. Today's infrastructure makes Bitcoin a base currency for investment in the majority, over 95% of altcoins, essentially tying a so-called global cryptocurrency index, GCI, an instrument tracking all the significant altcoins to the behavior of BTC-fied pairs. This is true because no matter how much devotion and enthusiasm investors might have for blockchain, they are still interested in real fiat gains. Long-term, next slide. Okay, here we began with a careful selection of approximately 100 tokens to understand the price behavior in 2016. To simplify the model, 7 outliers that had 5,000% plus rallies are excluded because of substantial positive skew. Our research suggests that this approach in this market can support a portfolio of up to $10 million. Below is a simulation of 1 BTC in black, invested in equal shares across 100 remaining tokens, and its USD return in red. These numbers were calculated by our trading and analytical department. Let's go on to cryptographic audit. I'm going to start, and then Andrew will continue in more detail about it. We're planning to implement multiple techniques in order to provide maximum transparency in our funds management. The solution described below has the goal to prove the following. All profits are properly recorded, investor funds didn't go out to company-owned accounts, and the company is in possession of all declared funds. We are going to implement this by auditable exchange accounts. That's view-only APIs. Blockchain snapshots. Twice a day, the balances will be hashed onto Ethereum blockchain, and proof of ownership for investments kept in a safe cold storage.
Okay, I'm just gonna to explain technical details of this. So, auditable exchange account. Every major exchange has an API that can be set up in a way that you can access it in read-only mode. So you configure in it when you're setting up the API access. And we can give away read-only API keys to everyone. So anyone in the world can use that API keys to check the balance on the account, latest transactions, and so on. So we are going to do this for all the exchanges where TaaS fund will be operating. So we will aggregate the data, and we will be doing. So we'll publish it on a web page that will be like available 24/7, and for historical record, we will also be writing down those snapshots to the blockchain. So we will have a reliable audit history for every day of the existence of the fund. Now, since part of the funds will be stored in other currencies, like outside of the exchanges, like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and others, we are going to publish the addresses of the accounts of multi-sig wallets, so anyone can validate the total funds under management. Did you add the bank account TLS here? No?
Ethereum contract, smart contract is the next
Okay,
one.
so there is another trick we are going to do. So there is a technology, it's not covered in this slide. There is a technology called TLS Notary. It's open source. It allows you to record the sessions of HTTPS. And so far, I have not seen any cryptocurrency projects or exchange that have done this. But what it actually allows us to do is to provide a cryptographically verifiable proof of the funds on a bank account, on the fiat bank account, in the following way. We will start the recording of HTTPS session, sign in into the online banking. Each bank has its own SSL certificate signed by certification authority. So as long as you trust certification authority that issues SSL certificates, you can validate that the entire chain of the data is valid. And in this way, we will be able to prove the presence of the fiat funds on the bank account. Now, the dividends are going to be paid out automatically using smart contracts. This task has already been solved in multiple projects. We also have own continuously evolving versions of the contracts that guarantee dividend payouts according to the shareholder percentage. It's all going to happen on Ethereum blockchain, so the funds will be converted to Ethereum or other on blockchain like ERC20 compatible currencies once they earned. What else? Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Andre. KEPLER. KEPLER is an intelligence platform that covers the full investment cycle, from market research, analytics, investment objectives, leading to making the right trade and profit, along with portfolio management and analysis of altcoin correlations. Lastly, KEPLER will have in its development paper trading to teach young novice traders. All KEPLER development expenses will be covered entirely by TaaS profits, as Ruslan mentioned earlier, and the private beta version will be coming out Q4, Q3 of this year. Our team, Ruslan, already heard about him, you've heard about me. Maxime, he's also our co-founder. He's been in the crypto industry for the last 3 years, and he was an entrepreneur setting up business in Buenos Aires. Dimitri is our technological analyst and trader with a lot of trading experience. Andrew Dubetsky, he's our managing director. He's been in the crypto scene for 7 years. He does talks for the United Nations about blockchain technology.
About the Warsaw Stock Exchange.
Sorry?
World Stock Exchange.
And World Stock Exchange.
Has been.
Say that one more time, sorry.
Andrei Dubetsky, he has been a CEO of the Warsaw Stock Exchange for some time period. Yeah, this is important.
Thank you.
Anders Moski, he's our Ethereum engineer, CEO and owner of Ambisafe. Oleg is our technical consultant that works along with Andre. Matvey, he is a junior data analyst. Alexei, he's a smart contract engineer working with Andre as well. And Olga, she is our marketing person. She's our CMO, which does a lot of work for us, and she's fantastic. So, these are some of our partners. Sergey Rabenko, he is a legal consultant in IFC, which is part of the World Bank Group. David Waxman, he's our PR. John Wong, he's a VP business development. He was also part of Lehman Brothers. And Nazar, he is our legal consultant in the Ukraine. Okay, here's our roadmap. White paper publication was in December. Our ICO starts 27th of March and 27th of April. And our first Q1 payout will be in June. And release of KEPLER will be September 2017.
Here we are. That's why we are doing ICO. We all know we have been talking about that during the whole day. There is no need to explain why we are here and what we are doing. How the distribution of tokens, this is a very important point. If you have a look, we are going to issue, the limit is of 101 million tokens. This is the maximum capacity that we have been calculating, and our analytical department was analyzing why this number, how it will influence actually maximally on the altcoin market, etc. The decision was made to distribute 100% of tokens to the public. So we don't have any interference. We cannot influence anyhow the token. We cannot buy them back. This is that the tokens are in the possession of token owners. ICO funds distribution. All the portfolio management will be about 85%, and 10% it is a starting base for reserve fund. As I earlier mentioned, the reserve fund will be extended up to 30%. All other 15% of the raised capital, this covers legal operations, PR, consulting, development, technical support, audit. One more very important thing that actually all the ICO don't do, and investors are quite afraid and or suspicious about how the proceeds going to be used. Somebody uses escrow, another body doesn't, somebody else is not using escrow account. We're going to have HLB, this is an audit company, international one, that's going to make an audit on use of proceeds after ICO is complete. What else? Okay, this is the scale of bonus system. I guess somebody read or had a look at the website, how it goes down. It starts from 25 to 5%, but this actually converts to, the answer will be, if we take into account 101 million tokens and these discounts, how will they be reflected on the all amount of portfolio? Actually, the dilution will be up to if I'm not mistaken, 1.35%. So it is quite small. This is the summary. You see what are the benefits of TaaS. It is really the first closed-end fund investing in blockchain only. We have automatically 50% formula sharing with the token owners, automatically paid out quarterly. 25% is reinvested to grow token value, and 25% remains to the fund for operations and further development. Reserve fund hedged in Bitcoin token is traded on all major exchanges. To make the operation transparent and secure, we are implementing cryptographic audits, smart contracts, and KEPLER that is going later. So let's everybody join the financial revolution.